Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lauren. Today I'm sharing my go-to single serve dessert that is so quick and easy. It is a chocolate mug brownie. It is so good. If you're ever craving a brownie or a cookie or cake, but you don't want to make an entire batch of something and you want a little bit of a healthier option, this is perfect. This is a healthier option because we're using grain-free ingredients like almond flour, and then we're also using a low glycemic index sweetener like coconut sugar. We do have some protein in there too because we're going to be using a nut or a seed butter. This is so quick and easy. It takes a couple of minutes to assemble and then just 1 minute to microwave. So let's jump right into it. First, I'm gonna show the ingredients and equipment that you need and we'll get started. Like I mentioned, we're going to use almond flour, coconut sugar. We will also use cacao powder or cocoa powder, whichever one you have will work. Some chocolate chips. These are my favorite ones by Hue. They have very minimal ingredients. Then we are going to use a plant-based milk. I like cashew or almond milk. We'll also be using a nut or seed butter. I'm going to be using sunflower seed butter. You can use almond butter, cashew butter, whatever you have on hand. I am going to also be using a vanilla bean paste because it's so tasty. You can use vanilla extract if you have that. And then we'll want an oil to oil up the mug or ramekin before we put all the ingredients in there. So I like to use coconut oil for baking. You can also use avocado oil. That's a neutral oil that is not going to give it a funky taste. Then you'll want to grab a mug or a ramekin. As we mentioned, I'm going to use this little microwave safe one. We'll want to have a couple measuring spoons. We'll need a tablespoon and teaspoon and a little spoon for mixing. If you want, you can grab a little bowl to mix all your ingredients in. I like to just mix them in here because I am lazy and I don't want to clean two things, so that's what we're going to do today. We're gonna go ahead and get started by taking some of the oil and using that to brush the ramekin. If you have an oil spray, you can use that, but I'm going to use this little brush and we're going to put a little bit of oil on it and then we're just going to lightly brush the inside to make sure that it doesn't stick. Next, let's add our nut or seed butter. So I am using sunflower seed butter and we are going to grab about 1.5 tablespoons of that. Now we are going to add a teaspoon of either vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste. I am going to use a little bit less of this paste because it is very concentrated. So we'll say about 1/4 or 1/2 of a teaspoon. Let's add 2 tablespoons of almond flour. 2 tablespoons of cacao powder or cocoa powder. I like to add 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar, but you can adjust this if you want it sweeter. You could do up to 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. I like to just do 1 and then use the chocolate chips to add a little bit extra sweetness. So we have all of those ingredients added, and now we are going to add in our plant-based milk to have some liquid so we can mix that up. I am using cashew today. Typically I have almond on hand, but we are going to add 3 tablespoons of a plant-based milk. And now what we want to do is mix this up before we add the chocolate chips. This is the part that may make a little bit of a mess if you're like me and you're doing it in the ramekin, but that's okay. You want to really make sure you get down into the corners too, because you do not want a bite of flour. This should be quite thick. The consistency that you want is this. Honestly, this would probably taste really good as it is, but we are going to go ahead and mix in some chocolate chips and then microwave it. Now we are going to add in some healthier chocolate chips. I like to just do a little sprinkle. Disperse these, press them down in there so that we get them all throughout because they're going to melt and give this a really nice extra melted chocolate sweetness. Don't forget to do a little taste test. Make sure that it's good. So tasty. I feel like the nut or seed butter just makes it so tasty and creamy. Some chocolate. If you're making these for a friend or you want your mug cakes to be extra pretty, you can grab a paper towel and just hold it to the inside and run it around the inside to make it have a cleaner line. We are good to go, so let's go ahead and microwave this for 1 minute. This looks amazing. Perfect chocolate brownie. We got the melted chocolate chips. So good. All right, so now we are going to do toppings. Today we did a little bit of Cocoa Whip and some frozen raspberries. You can add strawberries, any fruit, nuts, seeds, really anything that you want and like. You could add an extra scoop of almond butter or nut or seed butter, anything. So whatever is the vibe that you're feeling, feel free to live it up with toppings. This is so quick and easy, but it's so delicious, and it really, really satisfies that craving for like a tasty, chocolatey baked good. So I highly recommend it when you want something indulgent, but you want something quick and easy and healthy. And if you just want a single serve item in case you don't want to eat the whole batch. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment below if you're gonna try out this dessert recipe, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get notified every time I share a new video. I hope you enjoy this dessert, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.